Hi everybody, how's it going? It's me, Matt again, obviously, my channel. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Just want to say thank you to everyone for all the massive support that I've had so far, all the likes, all the follows, all the subscribes, all of that. It's really, really good. Really overwhelmed with it still, and yeah, it's been really good because it helps this stuff get out to people who might benefit from it. So yeah, if you haven't already, please drop a like below, subscribe to the channel for any updates and stuff. But so yeah, this stuff, everything, like anything I post, it might resonate with you, it might not. That's fine. You know, my truth doesn't have to be your truth. This is just some stuff. This is my understanding and information that I've kind of come across, and my understanding of concepts, etc. And yeah, so you know, if it resonates, if it helps, great. If not, cool. So I wanted to come on today and talk about time. Hear a lot of people talking about time being an illusion. It's not real. It's made up, and I wanted to get kind of down to the nitty gritty of that. I'm not going to get too sciencey and go into all the theories, etc. But I explain it in a way that makes sense to me. So scientists have kind of proven that, you know, time is merely different places in different locations in the universe. You know, now is one location, me recording this, I'm at one location in the universe, and you are at a later date somewhere at a different point in the universe, and we classify that as time. Really, it's just a collection of moments, of now moments. So I'm recording this now, in this now moment, and you're watching it then, or in your case now, which is your now moment. And that's really what it boils down to. And then when it comes to time, we've got two types of time. So we've got clock time, which is what we have devised as a human race to kind of measure those now moments, to make it easy for us to meet up, to schedule things, to plan things. And it's kind of saying, you know, when my clock says this, I will see you here in this location at this moment, in the now moment where this clock says, I don't know, 2:45, I will see you here. And it allows us to plan that stuff, and it's great. It's a fantastic tool. It allows us to plan our time, and that's not what they're getting at. When people say time is an illusion, that is not what we're getting at. What they're getting at is the next bit, which is psychological time, which is the time that our mind has made up, which is the concept of past and future. So we look at past, it doesn't exist anymore. It's happened, it's gone, it's done, it's finished. And all we really have left is the perception that our mind had of that past now moment, which in essence might not be as it was, because it's coming through this filter that we're, this veil of the mind. And the problem with the veil of the mind is it judges everything, and it stores things according to its perception. So my perception of a past moment might be very different to someone else's perception of that past moment. You know, what I said, oh my God, that moment, that was terrible. It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever had. The person standing next to me might be like, oh, that was amazing. I really enjoyed it. That was the best moment of my life. And that's the truth of it. You know, two people can have two completely different perceptions of one moment in time. And so that doesn't exist anymore. And when that event actually happened, it was the now. It wasn't happening then, right then at that now moment. And so that's where that doesn't exist. And if we look at the future it hasn't happened yet. It doesn't exist. Our minds will make up stories about what things that are gonna happen. And listen, we've been through a lot in this last year with everything that's been going on in the world. And a lot of people's minds, and mine as well, have made up, oh, this is how it's going to be. And that's where and fear comes in, because I don't want it to be like that. But my mind's telling me that's what's going to happen. And even to the point where I might go into a meeting, we had them earlier, and it was going to go to a meeting with someone that I thought was going to be difficult. And my head was going, oh, it's going to be awful. It's going to be, my mind was going, it's going to be awful, it's going to feel bad, this is what's going to happen, blah, 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 to the point, and I could feel the fear. And I'm aware of this stuff now, so I'll kind of relax into it, and it's okay, that's not right, that's just the mind doing its thing. Don't worry about it, just don't even look at it. Feel the feeling, cool. But you can get caught up in that stuff if you believe that that's real and that's what's going to happen. Then you can really get caught up in that stuff. And that's where that anxiety comes from. It's filled with fear because something's not even happened and it doesn't exist. And when it does happen, it will be in that now moment. And you can deal with that situation then. It's not a problem. It'll just be a situation to deal with then. And if you remove the judgment and the emotion away from it, you'll know what to do. It'll just be simple. It'll just be, oh, okay, this has happened. You know, if I'd gone to that meeting and this guy had been awkward, I would have known, okay, cool. I'll just deal with it. It's not good or bad. He's not right or wrong, and I'm not right or wrong. It just is as it is. It's just a situation. It just is as it is. And that's what we talk about when we talk about psychological time. And how that's when we talk about it being an illusion. You know, it's this made up concept of past and future that gives us either fear or depression. You know, depression comes from the past a lot of the time. Anxiety comes from the future. Or what we perceive, our perception of the past and our perception of the future. When actually really all we've got is this moment right in front of us. And that's why presence is so important. Practice presence on a daily basis as much as I can. Just try and be now. I look at life as an adventure because, wow, great, I don't know what's going to happen, perfect. It's just another experience. It might feel different at that time. But if you ignore the judgment the mind puts on that and tries to cling to it or push it away, it's just peaceful, it's cool, I like it, I love it. That's how it's just lit up for life. I wrote down this thing, this is what came to me earlier when I was, this time kind of concept came into me and a way of explaining what the danger of psychological time. And I'll read this for you because it's easier to read, but it explained it, so it just clicked in my mind. It says, time is an illusion. Much like a magician making an elephant disappear on stage for the purposes of entertainment, created as a tool to allow for planning, schedules, and meeting up in present now moments. If humans forgot the magician was an illusionist and an entertainer, they would surely make them a god. Time's no different. When we forget the purpose it's designed for, it becomes our god. It rules our life, and it brings with us the illusion of suffering. When I talk about suffering, I don't mean pain. Pain's kind of inevitable. It comes in life, things happen and they're painful, and that's fine. The suffering comes when the mind gets involved, and it brings anything that's not in this current present moment. It brings in pieces from the past, again, as per our perception of the past, and from the future, what we've made up that might happen or might not happen. That's where the suffering comes in. Without that, there isn't suffering. You know, it just is as it is. I get that some of these concepts are quite hard to grasp. Just kind of touching on things. I'm hoping in other videos to share other messages and other bits of information that might help as well. But that's my take on time. And when people talk about time being an illusion, especially in the spiritual world, and how time, if we forget what it is, which is a true measurement of this now moment to that now moment, and we start looking at it as future and past, how dangerous it can be and how detrimental it can be. So I'm hoping this helped someone, hoping it rang true for someone. If it did, great. Like it, share it, follow it on any social media platform. Subscribe please to the channel. It helps, as I said earlier, it helps with the algorithms. of these platforms, it helps share this message. The more people that like and share and comment, etc., the more times it gets suggested for other people, and it might reach just that someone who might need it. And thank you so much for watching, for all the support. It's been fantastic. Going to keep going. I'm hoping to do at least one post a week, potentially some meditation videos as well. And yeah, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.